Hello, I'm Lucy, product trainer from Microskin. To prep your skin prior to applying your Microskin product, the two common questions I get asked are, can I use Microskin with any moisturiser? And when do I remove my hair on my face or body? And the answer is yes to both of these, but timing is everything. So let's talk about moisturising. As I said, you can use a moisturiser to make the skin look really fresh. However, this has to be water-based. If you use an oil-based product, the binding effect doesn't quite work and you won't get the longevity. With hair removal, again, the answer is yes, but timing is everything. Shaving, you can do 24 hours before. Any other method, like waxing or hair creams, has to be 2 to 3 days prior. There are two methods of application. The first method is stippling. This is where you will need your dish and your sponge. The first thing you want to do is select your chosen Microskin. Shake the bottle vigorously. This is really important to mix the product. And then apply a few drops into your dish. Now remember, a little bit does go a long way. Get your sponge. I like to fold it in half, and this is recommended. Just gently dab into the Microskin and drain on the side of the dish. So I'm just going to demonstrate the technique you would use when stippling the Microskin product on. So what we don't do is smear. As you can see, it doesn't look even, it looks streaky, and that's not going to give you the result that you want. The technique that you need to use is gentle stippling or dabbing. So the pressure is really light, and what is key is that you travel slow. The reason why you travel slow is because you will get the correct overlapping application from one section to another. Two key things to remember when using the stipple technique: make sure each layer is dry before you apply the second layer. And in terms of how many times you can go over one section, it's 2 maximum on the face and up to 3 on the body. Any more than that and it will go like a masky effect, and it won't last as long. And it can almost look grey and dull. So 3 maximum on the body and 2 maximum on the face. Some top tips to remember during your Microskin application are, if you do your layers thinly, you will get the perfect application. If you do too many thick layers, it will look masky, dull, and won't give you the look that you want. Plus, it won't last as long. There's also another point that you need to make sure that you do, is traveling across the skin correctly. So the 2 directions you need to make sure that you cover is going across horizontally and vertically, but please make sure that your layers are dry in between. Otherwise, it will just move the pigment around and won't give you the illusion that you want. One way that you can practice application at home before you go onto the skin is on a piece of paper or on a piece of tissue. So here's what I did earlier. Like we mentioned, this is what you do with makeup. So you can see that the consistency going through wouldn't work on the skin. The middle section is the correct application, where I've lightly dabbed with the right pressure and speed, and I have an even coverage. The second one is when I didn't drain the product on the side of the dish. If your sponge is too wet and you apply your pressure too heavy, it will go a little bit splodgy and your layers will be too thick. So once you've used your piece of paper or tissue to practice on, hold it up to the light after it's dry and have a look. Turn it over and you'll see that this is very inconsistent. That's where you would apply makeup. It doesn't really give you the full coverage that you want. The second one is a perfect even light layer. The third one, it's just too heavy and too blurry and you won't get the result that you want. So that was before, and this is what it looks like, just with one layer. So really make sure that you focus for the middle one, which is the most natural one.